guys, so today I am cycle 12 and I just did an OPK and it isn't positive, but it is close. It's pretty dark actually for me. And I was almost completely ferning on my fertile microscope. So I am going to do the Stork OTC today. My husband and I are going to use the Stork OTC. They gave me 2 of them, so I'm going to do one today on cycle day 12, and then in the next 2 days I should be at my most fertile, and we will use the second one then. So we're going to use it twice this cycle. So let me talk to you a little bit about the Stork OTC. Today I'm going to show you what it is, and then tomorrow or the next day, whenever I get my fully positive, when I think I am fully ferning and surging and all that good stuff, I will tell you how my experience was with it. So this may be a long video, but it's going to have a giveaway at the end. So, but I'm going to show you what this looks like inside. So this is the box, and I'm going to pull this part out. It is encased in 2 pieces of plastic. This is not sterilized, so you do not want to touch this any more than you absolutely have to, and make sure you wash your hands first. I have already washed my hands. I have marker stained on my hands, but they're clean. So this is what it looks like, okay? It comes with this plunger and a conceptacle is what they call this. This is a combination of a, let's see, I don't know if it'll focus in real well. It is a condom with a cervical cap inside of it. And it is all latex free, so this can be used by someone even if you have a latex allergy. So what you do is you can open this up, and the condom with the cervical cap is in here, and you roll it on as you would a standard condom, and you can have sex as you would normally have. So if you don't know what the Stork OTC is, this is a vaginal conception aid. It is a condom with a cervical cap and a plunger to help get it into position that holds the sperm right near the cervix, and you can keep it in for 4 to 6 hours, which gives the sperm plenty of time to move into the uterus and get up into the fallopian tube, so it has a better chance to reach an egg to fertilize the egg. This also helps with the gravity fallout. If you've been trying to, if you've had sex, you understand what I'm talking about. You stand up and it comes out. This keeps it where it needs to be. That's basically what this product does. Okay, so you have the condom part with a cervical cup in it, and then this plunger, you put the cup in here. Let's just pull it all out. So when you're ready to use it, you remove this, you place the cup in here, in that spot here. I wonder if I can remove this and put it back. Okay. So you'll place the cup in here, and you will not squeeze the white petals, you squeeze the purple petals to hold the cup in place, okay? I'm gonna put this back in here so it doesn't accidentally engage before I'm ready to use it tonight. And then what you will do is you will pull back on this plunger. It will pull back, and then you will, no more than a 45-degree angle so you don't spill anything out of it. You will insert this into your vagina. You will hit the 2 buttons. See, it all has little knobs. So that's 3 and that's 2. This will release the petals up here for the cervical cap. The plunger will push it into place, and then the 3 dots will release the cap out of the device altogether. So the 2 buttons releases the prongs. You push it inside. 3 buttons releases the cap, and then you pull this out and the cap stays up there. So I'm going to show you the instruction manual so you can see a little better what it is I am talking about. So to start with, let's start with the 2 pieces that I just showed you, okay? And wash your hands before every step of using this product, okay? So here is showing you how to place it onto the penis and to roll it down just like a regular condom. And to remove it, you wash your hands again, and you want to take it off the penis while the penis is still erect. Obviously, they're going to want to have it pointed in a downward, down so they're not leaking semen all over the place. And then you can remove the cap from the condom. And then you go through the next set of processes that shows you how to do everything I just said. You put it in there. You pull back on the trigger. You don't want it to be any more than a 45-degree angle. Get yourself in a comfortable position. Insert it. Push the plunger in. And then you're going to release the button and it stays out. And it does have strings to help you pull it out. And then you can leave it in for 4 to 6 hours. So it's a very cool device. If you've been on message boards or anything like that, you've probably seen people use soft cups or menstrual cups, something along those lines, to keep the semen where it needs to be. This is along those lines, except you're not racing the clock. You're not having your man ejaculate inside of you and then trying to shove this thing up in there to keep it in place. You're gonna lose some in the transfer of that happening, and this allows you to still have sex with your partner and keep the sperm up where it needs to be in a much less messy form. This is also great for same-sex couples or women who just want to have a baby on their own. It gives them the opportunity. You don't have to use the condom. You can just take the cervical cap out of the condom, and then you can put your specimen in there, and then you can insert it as you would any other way. So it doesn't matter if you are a single woman wanting to have a child, if you are a lesbian couple, or if you are a man and a woman. This is an excellent fertility aid to get sperm up where it needs to be and to keep it there for as long as possible. Now, I'm going to add, what I'm going to do with this is I am going to use, should have been more prepared, I'm going to use some sperm-friendly lube. So I am going to put some of this into the cervical cap, and then I'm going to insert it vaginally as well. This is not a latex condom, so it's one of the more plasticky condoms, and I've never used those, so I don't know if I'm going to be irritated by that. I'll let you know when I do a follow-up. But I'm going to use this internally, and I'm going to put some into the cervical cap. So, but don't put the nozzle of this into the cap. Put it on your finger and rub it into the cap, or just, put a little puddle in the bottom of it, however you want to do that. But the tip of this could scratch or cut it, so I would not put this directly into and move it around into the cervical cap. That's just a precautionary measure that I don't want you to spend $80 on this thing and then screw it up by poking a hole in it. So be cautious if you're gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna do. So we are gonna do this both ways, actually. Tonight we're gonna use it with the condom. We're going to use it with intercourse. And then when we do it in a couple days, I'm gonna have him just ejaculate into the cup, into the cervical cup, and then I'm going to insert that. So we're going to try it both ways. We're going to see which way we like better, which works the best for us, which is less messy. And tonight's going to be a learning curve anyway, because we haven't actually used it before. So I'm very grateful that they have sent me 2 to try, and they have also sent me 2 to give away. So follow me on this process. I will be back in the next day or 2 to tell you how it went with our initial use of it, and I'll fill you in more then. See you later. Okay guys, so I am back to talk to you about our experience using the Stork OTC last night, and let me tell you, I'm glad we had 2 of them, because this takes, I think, a little trial and error. But I'm going to explain our errors in hopes that you will not experience this, so you won't waste one of yours. We didn't waste ours, it just didn't work the way I expected it to, but now we know for when we use it again tomorrow. So let me go through the different components. I did not save the condom part I don't actually know where it went. That wasn't my department, so I'm sure that it went away. But I will try to save the next one we use so I can show you what it looks like. Now, word of caution about it. It's not like latex. It doesn't stretch as well, and my husband had a really, really hard time getting it on, to the point that it didn't happen. he tried and tried and it just would not, like he's trying to shove it in. I mean, I know this is TMI and disgusting and I'm sorry, but it was a no-go on the condom part. So what he did was we removed, this is the cervical cap. Any wetness you see in here is because I washed it so I could show it to you. This is not any bodily fluids in here. But this is what the cervical cap looks like. It's folded up like this inside the condom. So it's flat in the condom. It's not hurting you as you would be having sex. It's very squishy. The rim is nice and firm like a menstrual cup would be, but the rest of it is very, very, very soft. So that's nice, but it is also quite sturdy. So when I said don't put like the fertility, the sperm friendly lube in there, don't touch it because you might rip it. I don't think you're going to rip it, but I still wouldn't like put the nozzle in there. That's just a personal preference. So the condom thing didn't work. And what we're going to try differently when we do it tomorrow, because we want to try it with the condom, we want to try having sex with this whole process, is we're going to put lube in the condom and on his penis so it rolls up hopefully easier than it did yesterday. But I put some sperm friendly lube in here. I used the Astroglide TTC because I am out of pre-seed. So we used that in here and he ejaculated into the cup and I put a little more in there just to make sure, you know, it was nice and happy. And then you get the wand part. It has, when you initially do it, it has this purple part in it. And you can see there's a little black thing in there. I don't know if you can see the hole where the strings go, I'm assuming. It goes down in there and this is spring loaded. It's got a spring in there that is attached to the strings because that was one of my concerns when we were looking at the cervical cap. I'm like, I swear in the picture it had strings, but as you pull on the string, the spring goes down. Okay. So this purple bit is already in here like this, and you put the cup in here so it's resting on those two petals there. You can see they're kind of concaved, so they're resting on there, and then you pinch this closed. See if it'll let me pinch it back closed. Okay, and you pinch the purple things together and this sits right on here like this, and then you pull this plunger down, and what it does is it closes this up and it pulls everything down into it. None of it's going to work now because as soon as you hit the third button, everything releases. But it pulls it all down nice and taut, and then it looks like this. This is what it's going to look like. And you're not going to want to put it any more than a 45-degree angle because it can spill out of there. So it is sitting upright in here, pinched like this, right? You can't see the string because the string is inside. This is hard to explain after the fact, but what I did while it was pinched together like this is I put a little more sperm-friendly lube on the outside so that it went inside easily. And this is quite narrow, so this was not an issue to put inside. And what you do once it's in there, of course, the string is all contained. All of this part is contained in there. You pull the plunger down and it loads it down into there, and it activates the spring that's inside that purple thing. You push the two buttons and it releases the plunger, so you can push the plunger up, and this allows this to go up in there. And when you push the 3, it releases the string and you can pull this down and this stays up inside of you. This is very stretchy because it's attached to the spring, but the string itself is really strong. This is not going to come off. It's not going to go anywhere. Now, this is nice and small. If you'll notice, I don't know if you've ever used an Instead cap, but those puppies are huge. Those are enormous. So I know someone is going to comment down below and say, 80 bucks, I would rather just spend 12 bucks and get a box of Instead caps. Well, those suckers are huge and they are uncomfortable and I hate them. I have tried them. I have used them. I do think they helped, which is why I was very excited to use this. I do think they helped, but they were not comfortable to get up and walk around and do things. This, you cannot feel it when it is in place. It's like using a menstrual cup. It goes in and you press the button and it releases, and then you pull everything out. And I swear if they made a thing like that for my menstrual cup, I would use that sucker every time, because sometimes those aren't the easiest to get in. But let's see, I have one here for reference. I hope there's no like fuzz on it. But this is the size of my menstrual cup, and this is the size of the cervical cap. So it's pretty similar, okay? But the insertion's super easy because it closes, and the way the pedals are, it kind of bends down a little bit. So it holds it in a real nice position. So you put it right up there, you click and you pull it out, and it stays nice and tight up in there. One thing I will change for the next time is I used the sperm-friendly lube inside me as well, and I felt like that caused this to slip. It didn't leak. TMI warning, I took it out this morning and there was still a good amount of semen in there. Of course, hopefully sperm got up where they needed to be, but there was semen and sperm-friendly lube still in this. So I know that it didn't leak. It did its job that it was supposed to do. But I think once some of the lube kind of absorbed into my skin, this stayed in place much better. So I will not use nearly as much lube as I did last night. So more lube for him, less lube for me. That's going to be our plan of attack. But yeah, this didn't hurt at all. It came out very easily, absolutely no pain. Didn't disrupt my sleep or anything like that. And I can't wait to try it again now that we've learned a couple of ways to hopefully improve how we use it. I don't know a nice way to say that, to use it in a better manner. But I think for either a single woman trying to have a baby or a lesbian couple, the way we did it with just putting the sample in here with a little sperm-friendly lube and then using the whole process was incredibly simple. We want to try it with sex because it's designed to be able to work as a couple, so we would like to use it in that form. But like if I don't get pregnant this cycle and I use them again next cycle, I'm just gonna have them ejaculate into this because that was so much easier. You could really control where it went. And if you have a sample in a specimen cup, just pour it right in here and you are good to go. No mess, no fuss, no mess. It's really nice. So yeah, that's that, and I will let you know how it goes with the changes that we want to make for tomorrow night. And I will see you guys in just a second. Hey ladies, so I am back with an update on the Stork OTC. So we used it on cycle day 12, and then we used it again on cycle day 14 when I did ovulate, and the changes we wanted to make the second time around worked. They helped so big. So what we changed was less of the fertility friendly lube inside me, and we lubed him up ahead of time before we put the condom on him. And it seemed to work a little bit better. It was still really snug. It doesn't stretch as much as a latex condom would, but it's fine. It worked just fine. But should we not be pregnant this month and do this again in future months, I think it's nice that it gives you the option to be able to continue doing what you do and, be able to try to baby make the old-fashioned way. I understand the reasoning for it, so you can still feel like you are doing this process together. It doesn't feel quite so clinical, and it helps. It's true, it does. But I think it is considerably easier and less messy if he just ejaculates into the cervical cap and we insert it that way. It's just easy that way. It's a much simpler process. So giveaway time. Stork OTC was kind enough to send me 2 to try and 2 to give away. I am going to give them both to one person because I think it's important that you have the opportunity to try it twice during your cycle. If you can find 2 fertile windows, you know, I think it's great to do it. If you know your cycle, if you've been temping, if you've been doing this for a while, you pretty much know your cycle. So when my ovulation microscope started ferning and my test started getting darker, that's when we used it. And then we used it again when I got my positive OPK on cycle day 14. So I used them 2 days apart, and most doctors say to have sex every other day. We use these every other day. So I think we caught a really good window. Doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to work, but it got everything up where it needed to be. So to make sure that you are tracking your ovulation correctly and you can get your opportune time, I am also throwing in a box of the First Response OPKs. This is the one that comes with 11 sticks and, or I'm sorry, 10 sticks and 1 digital OPK. So that way if you get what looks like a positive OPK but you're not sure, dip the digital and it'll tell you easily a yes or a no. So you're going to get in this giveaway 11 OPKs and 2 of the Stork OTCs. This product is amazing for anyone trying to conceive. This is not just for heterosexual couples. This is great for lesbian couples. This is great for a woman trying to have a baby on her own. If you have a sperm donor, whether it is a friend of yours that can ejaculate directly into the cup, or if you are getting it from a sperm bank, it doesn't matter. These work amazing for that. So these are good for any couple, any person who wants to have a baby. This is an amazing way to do this at home in the privacy of your own home. It is cheaper than fertility treatments. It is cheaper than going into a doctor's office. These are 80 bucks a piece. So this is by no means a cheap method, but considering how much infertility treatments are or insemination is, this is leaps and bounds cheaper than that. Plus you get to do it in the privacy of your own home. You are not sitting in a sterile doctor's office in a paper gown. This is something that you can do in your time, in your way. It allows intimacy. It allows it to still be an intimate moment in your conception journey. So I just can't say enough positive things about this product. I think it's amazing. I'm not being paid to say any of this, and I reached out to them and asked if I could do a giveaway for this. So I'm being very transparent with the whole process. I saw this on Dr. Mark Sklar's YouTube page, and I will put his video down below as well, because there is an interview with the creator of Stork OTC, which everyone should watch. It is amazing. But this is, I think, very cutting edge, very revolutionary product, and I wanted to share this with you guys. And I worked with Brianna, and she was amazing and so helpful, and has really been patient with me because I have missed a couple cycles not being with my husband. So I was thrilled to get to use this, and I am thrilled to give this away. Now, because this is a big ticket item, I'm not doing a giveaway for just 1 week. I'm doing a giveaway for 2 weeks. So you have plenty of time to get in your entries for this giveaway. Now, this is like all of my other giveaways. There is a link below in the description box. The giveaway is going to take place on gleam.io, and you're going to put your information in there. Do not email me or do not post in the comments your email address or your address or anything like that. Don't do that. I want you to be safe, and this is for your privacy that I do this on gleam.io. I don't get your email address unless you win. Otherwise, everything is hidden from me as well. So I think it's important to be safe. This will only be shipped within the United States. I'm sorry, international friends, but it's only FDA approved at this point for the United States. And I don't know if it's been approved for other countries. So I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to ship within the United States on this one. And you must be over 18. I just know you must be over 18 to qualify for this giveaway. The only thing you have to do to get registered for the giveaway is to be subscribed to this channel. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below. And then you can earn additional entries by liking my Facebook page or following me on Twitter. And then you can get daily entries by tweeting out tweeting out the link to the giveaway and doing a tweet with my hashtag or the hashtag from Stork OTC. So all of that will be listed on the giveaway page, and this is going to run for 2 weeks. So it is open right now. It'll run from 2 weeks from today, and I will have all the dates and everything on the Gleam.io giveaway page. I am so excited. I have waited so long to share this with you guys, and we have really enjoyed our experience with it. If we are not pregnant this month, I would absolutely use it again. So thanks so much for watching this, guys. Share so other people can see this. I want this to get in front of as many TTC couples as possible because I think it is such an excellent product, and nobody knows about it. I had never even heard of it, so I really want to spread the word about how great this product is. So share and get all of your entries so you can be entered to win, and I will announce in 2 weeks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.